Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we are streaming live from the Gold Squadron Classic, Gold Squadron's very first sponsored event. We've done different things at our local gaming store, but we ventured out. We wanted to do something a little different, a little bigger, and we're having a good time doing it. Today, I'm joined by
Johnny Randazzo, hello.
the one and only, the Put Adepticon on my back. I'll stream it, Dion. You go play. I got you. That is that, Johnny Randazzo. So we are in for a treat today. We got Tyler Tippet and Marcel Manzano, both 2-0 in their current pod. We are using a pod system today, and what happens, essentially, only one of these players is going to get into the top pod.
Yeah, so the stakes are high every round. You want to win your pod in order to sort of advance to the highest tier for the next sort of round of this event.
So let's go ahead and break down some lists.
All right, so we have Tyler flying an Imperial list. Soontir fell. We did feature Soontir on the previous match. Obviously a very high-powered ship. Flying with Soontir is Colonel Jendon. Loaded out with Minister Tua. You'll have to remind me what that upgrade is in a moment, along with 000. And then Whisper, the TIE Phantom, running Juke, Darth Vader, and a hull upgrade.
Yep, and Marcel's starting here. He's going to be doing some shenanigans during the system phase. He's going to purposely not castle but bump with his auto drone. He's going to dock it with 0 charges on there, and he's going to launch it at some point and let it explode. He has a many different maneuver trajectory simulator essentially in the front of his ship there.
Yeah, that's such a fun strategy.
Yep. And before we go too far, I do want to say thank you. Yes, Boy Scout Troop 301, food, yum yum. Alrighty, so thank you to Christopher1985 Cowley for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. Also, thank you, Moniker. You guys are awesome. Don't forget to hit that button every 30 days. Marcel is running essentially a 2-ship list plus that auto drone. Asajj has heightened perception with Lots Razi crew, rig cargo chute, and the Shadowcaster title. Then Han Solo in the customized YT 1300 with trick shot, 000, Forlom, BT1, rig cargo chute, engine upgrade, and Lando's Millennium Falcon. Well, lots of different and new upgrades here. We're going to have to definitely go through some of them for ourselves, but also for our viewers. So you were asking about Minister Tua on that shuttle, correct?
Yeah, that's a new one to me.
So Minister Tua says, at the start of the engagement phase, if you are damaged, you may perform a red reinforce action.
So that's similar. There was an old Imperial card that if you were damaged, you get a free evade token. Now they've changed the name to Minister Tua, and now changed that free evade to the possibility for a red reinforce.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, reinforce is really good, even with the nerf, where you have to take at least 1 damage. If you have multiple shots coming in and it can reduce at least 2, it's starting to pay for itself. Then let's talk about some other of these upgrades on Tyler's side. So Soontir fell completely naked, just using his natural ability of being able to have bullseye up to range 3 and be able to get that focus is really, really powerful.
This is a first. I've never seen Soontir fell with no upgrades. This is quite a new way of running Soontir.
And then Whisper still has the cloaking ability. It works a little bit differently than in first edition, but the ship ability is what allows it to do it. So it's called the Stygium Array, and it says after you decloak, you may perform an evade action, and at the start of the end phase, you may spend 1 evade token to gain 1 cloak token. So essentially it gives you that opportunity to cloak at the end every time.
Yeah, and then it paired with her pilot ability, which lets you gain evade after you perform an attack that hits. So if you're stacking up those evades, or if you're left at the end of the round with an evade, you get to cloak at the end of the round.
Yep. And Whisper carrying the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader, gives her that one force charge, which is always awesome. But I think the bigger piece here is that text here that says, at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose one ship in your firing arc at range 0 to 2 and spend that force charge. If you do, that ship suffers 1 damage unless it chooses to remove 1 green token. And if you don't have green tokens, guess what's happening?
You are taking that damage.
Correct. So we'll see how Tyler uses that. Both these players have 000. 000 is a nifty little card, which essentially gives the opponent a choice here. It says at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose 1 enemy ship at range 0 to 1, and if you do, you gain 1 calculate token, unless that ship chooses to gain 1 stress token. It's like, hey, make me better or make you worse. What do you want?
Yeah, I do want to take a step back for a second to that TIE Phantom, which is also running Juke. Juke is another way to, if you've removed that focus token with Vader, now Juke becomes better because you're changing one of their results to an eyeball.
Yep, let's go ahead and do our game poll here. 2 fantastic players on stream who can't meet in the final. So let's see, who do you think has the advantage? We're going to go ahead and get that on here. There we go. The poll is up. 1 for Tyler, 2 for Marcel. Who do you think is going to take it?
Yeah, and Marcel's list, like you said, is essentially a 2-ship list and kind of just 2 fat, large base ships loaded out with a ton of upgrades.
Yeah, definitely having a lot of upgrades is definitely Marcel's style. He likes to have a lot of different tools in his kit. We'll see how it serves him against another very high-level player that's flying a very different list than he is.
Yeah, and Asajj obviously was very strong in 1.0. I believe she's still going to be a force in 2.0.
What? What's she going to be? A force. Because she has force powers, guys.
The only scum pilot at the moment, I believe, with force abilities.
Yep.
Unless you stick Maul somewhere, but the only natively force user. Asajj running that heightened perception as the force upgrade. All right, both players kind of getting their opening positioning set. See the shuttle bank in. Possibly looking for engagement here fairly soon.
Sorry about that, Johnny. Back.
Yeah, just looks like both of these players are getting their positioning set.
And Marcel has chosen to dock that shuttle. It has both of its charges expended, which means it is a ticking time bomb. I absolutely love that janky combo. We were talking about it this week in our group chat. It's a lot of fun. So, yeah, both charges are gone there.
All right, we see Asajj turning in. We're going to have shots fired fairly soon. If not this round, then it looks like they're definitely setting up for next round.
Right now, Marcel leading in the polls. Is this the Gold Squadron bias because we're on the Gold Squadron podcast stream, or is it actually how the people feel?
It could be either way. Tyler, obviously a very strong player, so this will be a high-powered match however it goes.
So Marcel choosing to turn away with the Falcon here, and I think the plan here is to kind of cycle these large ships in and out, just looking from the positioning in which he is right now. I do want to take a second and talk about Asajj's ability, how it's been adjusted, because it is different. So it reads, at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose 1 enemy ship in your turret arc at range 0 to 2 and spend 1 force token. If you do, that ship gains 1 stress token unless it removes 1 green token. So it's a little more toolboxy now. It's not just here's a stress, right? And you have to choose. You have to give up a resource of a force that, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and they've said all along that they will try to balance the power of the Force with points, and so many of the Force users are more costly pilots. You see that with Asajj here. Marcel's Asajj decked out with all these upgrades, coming up at a pretty hefty 104 points.
So big. That's so much. But it's interesting, right? So at 104, it's still like if they get a bunch of ships to half points, it's still the most expensive ship on the board.
Yeah.
All right, so still works out. And as soon as we get, we got the decloak. This next set of dials is when we'll turn off the poll here. So make sure you get your vote in. 1 for Tyler, 2 for Marcel.
Yeah, we can't see where the mobile arcs are at the moment. We will be able to find out once shots start happening. And so Tyler choosing to stay in kind of a formation. The Phantom and the Interceptor, both very maneuverable ships, can break away from that formation at any time, come in at more of a flank or a pincher perhaps. We'll see how he decides to approach. We have Marcel with the Falcon moving away from Tyler and the Shadowcaster moving towards Tyler.
Yep, we really can't see those turret things at this angle. He also has them on 1 peg only, so it's even harder. We got less space. Do your streamers a favor. Use both pegs. Or epic stands. That's even better. You could actually see the bottom. I'm not saying do it for me, but do it for me.
But it would be appreciated. All right, we have Whisper moving in, taking an evade.
All righty, so we're going to go ahead and turn off that poll. Looks like we end at 50-50.
All right.
It's a coin flip. I think I'm in that same boat. Like, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this game.
Yeah. Now, we know Marcel said he hasn't been playing as much in the last few months. I'm not sure what Tyler's history is with 2.0, but we'll see if the having fewer opportunities to practice for Marcel, we'll see if that becomes apparent here in this game.
So the shuttle was able to take a target lock onto Han Solo. Asajj moves up, gets a focus token. Looking just at the angles, I suspect that turret arc is going to be in the front.
That would make sense.
Whisper banking in. He's going to have focus evade there. 1 is coordinated. And here's the K turn from Han. And looking at this positioning, expect to see that that mobile, what's that thing called? The autopilot drone launched here pretty soon.
I mean, that's such a scummy trick, right?
It is, so it really is. And the reason he's able to do it is the timing of how the cards read. Because it says you lose a charge during the system phase. Okay. And you can also dock during the system phase.
All right.
So as soon as he loses that second charge, he's like, all right, come back in.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't blow up until the, I think it's the beginning of activation or end of activation. Excuse me.
Yes, those tokens are as big as they appear.
No, tell them it's actually our really advanced CGI. It's fine.
Enhance.
Yeah, they're big tokens.
It works for us.
Yeah, it worked absolutely. We actually have commissioned some from Curled Paw Creatives, one of our very awesome sponsors. What's the word for often? I was going to say very often sponsored, but that doesn't make sense.
Dedicated.
Very dedicated, constant sponsor, always. Andrew helps us out a lot, and we help him out a lot. So those are going to be on the way. All right, so
yeah, interesting maneuvers here by Marcel. Almost like he was trying to kind of bait Tyler to move forward, as if he's leaving the Shadowcaster there to take a bunch of shots, and then flipping around with the Falcon, which will give him probably a good angle here. Try to get off his trick autopilot drone. All right, we're measuring some ranges here.
giving that stress token to the shuttle as they are in range 2, so that arc is in the front, confirmed. And we're going to have some shots here. So Han is out of range. It's going to be Whisper next at initiative 5. Kasuntir is out, I believe. The shuttle might be a different one. We were kind of going quickly here.
Yes, that is correct in the chat. Darth Raven, 1979, suggested that the shuttle is Lieutenant Sai. That is what appears on Tyler's handwritten squad list.
I'll go ahead and adjust that now. All right, so Marcel defends here. He's choosing whether or not to spend his focus. Range 3 shot. You give up your modification. You do have essentially a free evade coming in from the shuttle. And he doesn't want to take damage.
Yeah, makes sense on a 2-ship list.
Asajj at initiative 4. Firing at the shuttle. Looks like Marcel's trying to choose his target here.
All right, 3 dice, gets 3 hits.
3 hits. 3 blinks.
Wow.
That's into Whisper. At range 3, he's going to add an evade, and both shields are gone.
Yeah, so this is big. Because he spent the evade there, he may not have it for the end of the round to get the free cloak.
Yep. And that's essentially going to be a moot point, that stress, because he has a stress token. He'll just take the stress to use Latsrazi. Latsrazi essentially works the same way, but instead of adding a result from removing a stress from an enemy ship at range 0 to 2, it's change one of your dice.
Yeah, that's the direction that they've chosen to go. The game designers have chosen to go where you are no longer just adding free evades on top of your dice.
I'm sorry, I added a range restriction there that isn't there. There's no range 0 to 2. It just says, while you defend, if the attacker is stressed, you may, so on and so forth. Take the stress for an evade. So looking at that initial engagement, Marcel definitely ends out ahead. Takes no damage on Asajj. Natties into 3 hits, 2 hits after evade dice, and a Whisper. Tyler is definitely going to have to play from behind. And I know they seem like, well, this is just their first engagement. What do you mean play from behind? 2 hole out of 6 on Whisper means she's 1 hole away from doing half points.
And no cloak on Whisper is huge because now Tyler doesn't have the option of decloaking at the start of the systems phase.
Yep. I'll be right back.
right,
keep the boat afloat.
While Dion takes care of some business, we have both players considering maneuvers here. See Tyler leaning over the table. Tyler's a fairly tall gentleman, so he is bent over almost at 90 degrees to get a good look at the table here, get a look at these distances. Marcel as well, you can see him kind of bent over at the table level. I can't tell from here if he's sitting or just sort of squatting down, but he's trying to judge those distances as well. Yeah, Marcel may just be plopped in a chair, taking a look at things. Tyler's setting the dial for the shuttle. Shuttle's moving first, so he'll want to know where he's going to end up before he picks the other maneuvers. Sodak Sarlacc. Thanks for the Twitch Prime subscription. We really appreciate it. And now both players kind of leaning on the table, getting in there. It is an important turn after kind of the first turn of engagement. You want to see where your ships are, what approach they're going to take. And both of these ships really don't want to take too much damage. Want to make sure they're taking advantage of their action efficiency. A lot of options here to consider for both players.
I'm back. Nothing's changed. That's cool. All right.
You didn't.
I have perfect timing.
Didn't miss a
just
thing.
roll right in.
Yeah.
All right, so the shuttle moves in here. Looks like a 2 straight, just taking up some space, trying to get into Asaja's way for a block.
Solo, this Falcon has a stress and a target lock.
Yeah.
Is that what we're seeing here?
Yeah,
Stress from the K turn and target lock. Was applied from the shuttle.
So there's the bump. I think that was definitely inevitable, but this matters quite a bit for Marcel, as now he will most likely not have any shots with Asajj, because that means the mobile turret is on. It's only in the front, as we can see right there. Especially if Whisper decides to do some type of barrel roll shenanigans. Soontir has just a beeline right there. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go 2 forward, shoot you.
Oh, yeah, this could be
no big
pretty
deal.
painful for Asajj. All right, so we see that Shadowcaster off the base now to make some room. It is a large ship in every sense. Now we're marking the shuttle so we can move Whisper.
So Whisper lands right in front of Asajj's arc. There is no barrel roll that is going to get Whisper out of Asajj's arc. So we'll see what the decision that Tyler makes here. I think a worst case scenario here for Tyler is if he doesn't get to trade shots with Han and ends up just getting blasted at range 1.
Yeah.
I want to say a quick thank you to Sodak Sarlacc. There we go. For becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. You guys are awesome. Thank you, everybody who takes the time to do that. It really makes a huge difference, guys, in the streaming budget. Just, like, it adds like another whole nother trip. Just Twitch Prime. Sometimes even 2. Alrighty, so 1 forward from Han. We're not sure the orientation of that mobile turret right now. I'm assuming it's probably forward as well, just from the vector in which he chose to take.
I would say that's a pretty safe guess.
Yeah.
Marcel is still holding a template.
Yep.
I think is getting in for a boost maybe.
Yep.
Does have engine upgrade.
So that probably means that it's actually left-right. If he feels he needs to boost. Autopilot drone next turn. It's happening. Soontir fell. 2 straight.
Okay.
Out of arc, just doing his job. He's like, I'm here just to get some shots. I'm gonna have a focus. No big deal. And Soontir barrel rolling to the left. Looks like the plan is to go all in on Han.
Yeah, I think he's trying to focus fire here. Han might be taking a lot of hits this round.
So Han's scum ability is definitely different than his rebel ability. It reads, while you defend or perform an attack, if the attack is obstructed by an obstacle, you may re-roll. So you may roll 1 additional attack die. But this is definitely not obstructed. This is going to be 2 range 1 shots and a range 2 from Soontir. And Soontir is going to have a focus. So not fully modified, but modified attacks coming in.
Yeah, the Falcon is still 1 agility as it was in 1.0, so probably has this is probably a big opportunity for Tyler.
Now we'll see how much damage Han actually does. Here it is his turn to shoot. He's probably activating 000 now. He's deciding to take the stress instead of giving him the calculate.
Makes sense. You can just push more damage through.
Yep. So Asajj is activating heightened perception. She has 2 force down. Heightened perception allows her to fire at initiative 7, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yep. Oh no, so that was Asajj's. He used Asajj's ability to give 1 stress, and then heightened perception was the second one. Okay, got it.
So we do see the calculate token out there.
Yeah, that was Tyler activating his 000 on Lieutenant Sai.
Yeah, dueling 000s here.
Which one? I mean, he's a robot, so you can copy his consciousness. It's fine.
That's true. That's true.
Sextuple 0, what he is.
All right, time for engagement. Han Solo.
Han's going to have extra dice because of the stress on the shuttle.
2 hits and 2 crits.
Because of the stress on Whisper, excuse me. Those. So evade and 2 crits. So we know he has 2 crits, but we're just not entirely sure what they are. That was in the Whisper. There's a lot going on here, guys. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, so that's pretty big into Whisper. And she had to spend her evade again.
So he was able to use BT1 to change one of those hits to a crit. That's one thing that happened. Oh no, sorry, that was that a Sa?
Solo would activate first.
Why did
heightened perception.
Heightened perception. Yeah, heightened perception. Yeah, so it was Asajj.
So it was Asajj
Natties, baby.
Wow.
Just throw nats. I mean, when you throw natties, it's fine.
Who needs actions?
Okay, so he was able to use a tractor beam in order to move her forward, and it looks like Han has a range 1 shot on something.
Wow.
3 hits into the shuttle.
And that's a dead Whisper.
Oh, it was in the Whisper.
Yeah, so it was Asajj activating first, the pilot skill 7, and then Han, both into Whisper. Whisper's off the board. Here is
Soontir. All right, here is the shuttle, range 1 into Han Solo.
Reroll and a spend for 4.
So shields are down and 3 damage cards on Han Solo.
All right, so Han definitely taking a lot here. But Tyler has to be frustrated.
Oh, yeah, I mean, when players don't have modifications and they have good rolls and you have bad ones and you have modifications,
Yeah.
that is like one of the worst feelings when it comes to dice. You're like, but
it mathematically,
Yeah.
I had it right.
yeah, correct.
All right, so Marcel obviously up on points, taking out a very expensive, I would say expensive Whisper.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Whisper makes up a good, what is that, third of the list? More than third. 75 out of 200. It's a pretty good chunk.
Yeah, Tyler able to get half points, or into half of the hit points on Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
So Han, could be still taken out fairly quickly, depending on how this goes. Han does have engine upgrades, so he can move out of trouble pretty fast. I think, so let's see, who's got initiative here? Marcel.
Yep.
Correct? So Marcel has to move first.
One thing I'm just wondering about, maybe he was just getting ready for this turn, but Marcel was able to shoot because he ended up having that arc to the back, right? And he had boosted in, so he was sitting here before.
Yes.
He would have had that same shot on Whisper. I'm curious to know, like, this would be just something to go back and talk about. Like, why did he boost? And maybe it's just to give himself a better chance this turn, because now he's in a spot where the shuttle can't block him. I think that's probably what it ends up being.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting, thought exercise. Like,
Yeah.
what's the reason why?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, but tractor beam, oof.
Eh,
Tractor beam could be nasty. Having 1 agility on a Phantom.
Yeah, LASZ in the chat says, I went away for 1 minute. What happened to Whisper? Whisper disintegrated.
Poof. She's cloaked.
You just can't see her.
I want to thank again everybody for joining us today. This event, the Gold Squadron Classic, is Gold Squadron's very first officially run all by ourselves event. We're having a great time here at the Berwyn Moose Lodge. This event is a charity event. It's a fundraiser for Boy Scout Troop 301, just raising funds for the camping and all the other awesome activities they do with the kids, able to keep costs down and create scholarships for some of the scouts and all that. It's really awesome what they're doing with the kids here, and we're really happy to be helping them out.
Yeah, great, very unique event space down here. We're here in the basement of essentially this community center. We have round tables set up, just 1 game per table. It gives players the ability to kind of move around the table. And everyone seems to be having a good time so far. I haven't even heard very many judge calls, to be honest.
Nope, besides like ARC, that's it.
Yeah, everyone's flying pretty casual, having a good time. Yeah, so I'm taking a look at Soontir here. I think Soontir wants to turn in and kind of, get arc on the Falcon, but doesn't want to be in a dangerous spot from either the Falcon or Asajj. So I'm interested to see if Soontir stays aggressive, kind of, trailing
Right.
the Falcon, or plays it a little safer.
So Marcel electing to hold on to that autopilot drone. Says not quite yet. And most likely he just doesn't want it to hit Asajj. If Asajj is going to be stuck kind of back there, which looks like she is.
Yep, just kind of glances the edge of that shuttle's base.
Scratching the paint on my ship, man.
Here goes Han.
It's sloop. Talon roll. No, sorry, I said Talon roll. I meant sloop. But no, it's not. It's just a 3-bank.
Just 3-bank. Still has that mobile 180-degree arc pointed backwards.
And he's created a big zone for Soontir to enter. He essentially, if we want to just draw out here, there's Asajj, there's Han, and Soontir needs to try to stay out of both of those. One, he could be okay.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be in both.
If he does the 1 turn here, he might be okay. A 2 turn could be a bad place. I think Marcel's thinking over another boost, perhaps.
Or he also has the rig cargo chute. So if he drops it, all right, he drops that. He has this kind of shape like that thing.
Yeah, hard to say if that makes sense right now.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the move. There you go, boost.
He is going for the boost.
So he decided that arc wasn't going to probably get Soontir anyway. Maybe he's just saving that rig cargo chute for Soontir. Just like wait for your moment.
Yeah, that could really mess up Soontir. So Soontir does do the 1 turn.
So that 1 turn would have been out of arc of Han Solo, right? Just of his previous arc. So
right, from what we saw, yeah.
So now we got Soontir. The corner of his arc might be clipping over there.
Kind of a range 3 over the back edge.
Yep.
Soontir takes a focus, can link it to a booster barrel, or essentially link it because of their ship ability to a booster barrel roll.
What is that called? That's called auto thrusters now, right?
I believe that's right. And I see a template down. Is he going for a boost? He is. So he's kind of chasing after that Falcon. He's got Asajj on his tail, but the Falcon in his sights.
Yep. So that's going to give Soontir another focus because I think that bullseye's on.
It's close. We'll have to see. But either way, he'll be firing to take more chunks out of the health of this Falcon. Foxhound, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. We really appreciate it.
Woo woo. Alrighty, here's Soontir into Han. 3 eyeballs, and he's spending it.
Barely thought about it. He's out for blood.
You killed my whisper. Han down to 2 hull. And Asajj responds. We got unmodified dice on unmodified dice here.
They might have missed the 000 that turn.
Yeah, they missed the 000 trigger.
Blanks out.
We're heading towards average.
Yeah, right. So 1 phenomenal turn puts you ahead.
Yep.
And then 1 turn where you whiff. So, oh man, I really like Soontir's position right now.
Yeah.
He's just giving chase. He could take the Falcon out.
He could. Marcel has a lot of tools in there. We're going to see how many actually get used. By not being able to shoot at Soontir this turn, he's not utilizing quite a few of his upgrades. He wasn't able to use trick. He hasn't used trick shot yet. He hasn't used Forlom or BT1. The stress thing with 000 and Lando's Millennium Falcon hasn't triggered. So we'll see. We'll see if Marcel can take advantage of that.
Soontir should be stressed. That's a good point. X-Wing Green Dragoon.
Actually, thinking back on that turn, the focus was from the bullseye. I just don't think he ever pulled it. Focus from the bullseye and just
you don't think he ever
boost.
took a you don't think he took a focus action?
No, it wasn't a focus action.
Oh, okay. Someone's saying, I don't know.
Let's see we'll take a look at what Minister 2 is.
That's the free reinforce, right?
Yeah, was the shuttle reinforced last turn?
He got it from Psy.
Coordinate.
Focus was coordinated from Psy.
There you go.
So so Soontir's only action was to boost.
Yes. So we got that part right.
Focus was coordinated from Psy.
And the way Lieutenant Psy's ability works, which is actually really, really good, really synergistic, says after you perform a coordinate action, if the ship you chose performed an action on your action bar, you may perform that action. So you give out focus. Almost every ship in the game has focus, unless you're a robot. There you go. You get a focus too.
That's just good action efficiency.
So will Marcel be launching that autopilot drone this turn? He can do it out the back too.
That's pretty strong. It's janky, like you said.
At the least, it forces Tyler to fly around it and maybe give Han an extra turn to live. And I think this is it. Autopilot drone deployed with a cloaking device. Action is barrel roll.
Oh, so he's trying to cut off the turn there, maybe by...
yeah, the two bank. He's trying to catch a two bank.
I haven't seen a reinforced token come out, so I don't believe 2 has been used.
So that positioning of that autopilot drone blocks the two bank for sure, and the turns. Maybe not the 3 turn if that can get around. As Soontir is not stressed, he's not stuck on greens. Excuse me, blues. Got to get that right.
So there goes the shuttle. What do you think about this rear arc on the shuttle?
I mean, the fact that you can shoot on the disengage is just very good.
Yeah.
It's just really good. And here's the thing: the model literally has had a gun on the back the whole time. If you haven't noticed, look at your shuttle. There's a little ball turret looking thing on the back line.
And so here we get that coordinate.
Yep.
Checking for range. He's got it.
He's trying to avoid the block. And yes, some people were asking, can the auto drone deploy from the back? Yes, it can. There is no rules text that says it cannot. So because of that, it just uses the standard docking and undocking rules, which tell you you can go from the front or the back. That is different than on the VCX, which specifies you must go out the backside. Asajj giving a target lock on Soontir fell.
Yes, I think we're going to see the turn here from Soontir. Falcon activating first.
Probably turning that arc here if I would guess. You don't want to die without getting a shot.
Yeah, Marcel's kind of going around to the far end of that table. Falcon is down. Goes for a boost.
Okay, goes for the boost. Well, that puts the back arc on and gives him more distance.
And here's the 2-turn from Soontir. I think that would have been blocked by the drone, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Is that? I think it's going to be outside of range 1 when that blows. I think Asajj is taking a crit here. So when the auto drone deploys at the end of activation, it does explode when it has no charges, and it doesn't have any charges. So it's just going to blow.
Yeah, and the question here in the chat is that ships, when they deploy, they get an action. And I believe that is correct.
Yep.
You deploy with a maneuver on your dial, and then you immediately get to perform an action, assuming you're not stressed.
Yep. So there's a shield on Asajj. First blood into her, I believe. Amazingly, somehow. And the drone blows up, and Marcel just gave away 12 points. Every point counts. So, when you don't get to use tools that you have, it can definitely hurt. All right, so I think they were checking to see if the there we go. All the ships are back on the bases.
Now we know what's going on.
We're playing X-Wing. Here we go. We got ships. Alrighty, this would be Asajj using heightened perception. Using the force for hit, crit into Soontir. He does have an evade token. One evade takes 2 crits onto Soontir Fel.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Weapons failure? Weapons failure and structural damage. Okay.
So that hurts.
That's half points there.
And half points.
Now, we still have a lot of game to go, but put him into the corner. I'm kind of surprised he didn't barrel roll to the left to try to get a shot on him. But I think maybe he's just trying to give him a harder, separate him from the shuttle, get him alone, put him in the corner.
Yeah, it does make his next turn a little bit more awkward.
Yep. Now, of course, us being Gold Squadron members and Marcel being a Gold Squadron member, we can't help but want Marcel to win. But I would say that I feel that variance has definitely been below average. Not variance, like the dice averages have been below average for Tyler and a little bit above average for Marcel.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I kind of wish things had been a little more balanced to really see the best of these two lists. Now, listen, the game's not over. Of course, the game's not over, but I'd like just to point that out. I don't think the score totally dictates how both of these players have been flying. I think it's a closer match than what it looks.
Yeah, 2 natural crits on Soontir. That hurts. And crits in this game are pretty nasty.
Oh, yeah. So Lieutenant Sai is going to be forced into a hard turn. This next one,
which is red. It's still the case, right?
Yep. I think Marcel is going to be on a disengage route this next turn. Probably just goes for forward boost. Hold on to his points. He still has 41. But that shuttle's going to definitely get a shot into Asajj's backside. Other thing to watch out for here, Asajj. And we know that there's a rock. I think it's like right there. Most likely, though, we're just going to get this one bank from Asajj. And then with that, her ability, the question is, will she be able to catch Soontir with her stress? No. Is she going to be able to give that stress token to Soontir using her ability?
Yeah.
Kind of wish I was left-handed so I didn't have to block your view as I was doing
Oh,
this.
it's fine. It's fine.
All right, looks like we're debating. Sai goes first, and there's a hard 2. Tyler's just coming in for some points. You gotta try to get some guns on target. That shuttle still has a 3-dice gun.
Yeah, and
Put it to use.
I don't know that there was another option for maneuvers anyway, facing towards the edge of the board.
Yep. Well, you know, some players are so used to seeing the shuttle disengage, right?
Sure.
Maybe some people might be anticipating it going the opposite direction.
Oh, sure. But this is no PELP shuttle. This
Nope.
is, ready to attack and coordinate, for that matter.
Mm-hmm. He's debating his action. That is a, man, look at this. Look, that is a really, I don't think Soontir's getting out of that front arc.
No, Soontir's got a lot of ground to cover. And the Falcon stays close as well.
Staying a threat. I'm actually pretty surprised that it stayed close. Got to be a little more aggressive with that base there. He drops the rig cargo. Gives him that additional dice when defending or attacking.
All right, here comes Soontir with a 1 turn.
I think the plan here is just to go after Asajj, maybe.
Yeah, you can kind of light up Asajj. Asajj is fairly healthy, though.
I want to take a second and talk about the Gold Squadron Classic. You know, we have this awesome X-Wing event happening on, but the Gold Squadron Classic is more than just X-Wing. We have people upstairs playing Destiny, Legion, Imperial Assault, Legend of the Five Rings, Dragon Ball Super, and an RPG one-shot.
Yeah, we're really going for that convention feel, and I would say, you know, based on the number of people here, we've definitely succeeded in that. A lot of different games and events going on.
It's GoldCon.
GoldCon, I like it.
GoldCon 1. You just didn't. They didn't even know they came to GoldCon though. But they are the true OGs when the name's official. So we got Soontir barrel rolling, getting that evade token. We're waiting for some dice. Asajj, of course, will give Soontir that stress token here at the start of the engagement phase. See Tyler grabbing those stress tokens, but if Marcel misses the trigger, he doesn't have to do it. Marcel has 2 force, and it looks like Marcel missed the trigger. There's no stress out there. Just a target lock. 3 hits.
Geez.
Just roll natties. He's going to take 1, and that's going to take Soontir off the board.
That's it for Soontir. Overload 74, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. 9 months in a row.
9 months, Overlord.
How about that?
I'm going to dance real pretty for you, Overlord. Thank you so much. So spends the stress there. Takes 2. And shields are down on Asajj.
All right, so Lieutenant Sai
Mm-hmm.
versus these two beefy large base ships.
So we have, our players have a time extension, so they're at 19:30. And then we'll start streaming that top pod after this. Gonna have to get some food between this. I'm hungry.
Oh, I scarfed down a hamburger
Well,
between the last
did you?
2 rounds. Yeah.
You're a ninja. I didn't even see that, man. All right, so I think, some people might be wondering, well, why is Tyler even playing? Like, why stay in the fight? The shuttle is still very healthy.
Yes.
He can get Han. The margin of victory in a tournament setting does matter. Our format doesn't reward it as much,
Sure.
but it still matters for seeding.
Sure, and these guys came to play, and they're getting used to the flying 2.0. It's another opportunity to practice. And Tyler can still effectively do some damage here.
Asajj moves the mobile turret for her action. One bank boost. He knows that the shuttle's coming for him, so he's trying to create that room.
Yeah.
Official Top Gun, thank you so much for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. All right. One crit, uses the force. He's going to be taking 2 shields there. Spends a focus, 3 into Asajj.
And
I think there was a crit in there, right? Or no, it was a hit.
Yeah, it takes 2 face down damage cards to the hull. X Nair, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription.
Ooh, we got a little run here, a little run of subs. Let's see if we can keep it going. Keep clicking that button, guys. If we can get, if we can get four more subscriptions by the end of this round, I'm gonna do a giveaway. You know what? I'm gonna give away. What should I give away? I will give away a set of our Gold Squadron Classic alternate art cards.
There you go.
There we go. Looking for 4 more subs. Alrighty. So the other thing here with second edition is the fact that because ships take damage easier, by keeping a ship on the board that normally you wouldn't, like you are you're staying in the fight. You if you have dice, you want to roll them because anything can die.
Yeah, yeah. No more. You don't have the unhittable interceptors or sort of high defense ships anymore. Even 2 dice attacks can go through.
Yep. Oh yeah. So Lieutenant Sai coming as fast as possible, backing up. Super Goat. There's 1 out of 4. Looking for them. Zeke 7126. That's 2.
Zeke just had to find the right button, but now they got it.
That's right. Lieutenant Sai is on the rock there. Asajj is going to hit that debris.
That debris. Okay.
But you know what? She's not getting shot.
Yeah.
She's giving a stress to Lieutenant Sai. No damage there.
Yeah, that Falcon is on a loose peg. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Keeps falling
Just
off.
got to push it in a little harder.
Yeah, some of them, if they have like a little nick taken out of it,
Yep.
there's just no hope.
Casino SR, 3 out of 4. One more.
I think the word's casino.
Casino. I like casino. Casino SR. That's what we're doing.
Hit crit.
Hit crit. Nice and evade. Shields are down on the shuttle.
CPC Fix B, thank you. Tequila Ranger, thank you.
We made it.
We've got those
Pew, pew, pew,
subs.
pew, pew. All righty. Give away some stuff. We'll wait to the end of the round here. So in order to be eligible for said raffle, you do need to be a subscriber because that's how we're doing this. And if you are a patron and don't have Amazon Prime, don't worry because trust me, you guys are going to be getting some swaggity swag too from the Gold Squadron Classic. So don't you worry your pretty faces. Sai could not shoot because she was on a rock.
You know, official Top Gun here is talking about the Kimogila. Don't think I've seen any Kimogilas here at this tournament.
I haven't. I mean, I think the most common ship is probably, I don't know, the TIE Fighter. It's hard to say. We do know there's a lot of Imperial out there. We don't know the percentage yet. I know, Johnny, you're doing your calculations. You're writing down the lists.
I have a guess for the most common ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's X-Wings.
Oh.
I think.
So Lieutenant Sai going towards that top end of the board, gets that focus. Remember, he does have the back arc there, so can use that to try to get some shots. McPole, 113. Yes, I am in the process. We should, in a couple weeks, have order forms out for the Gold Squadron podcast Y-Wing templates. They're super awesome.
Official Top Gun runs a list called Waste Management. Two Kimogilas with a Jabba Falcon, with a Han Falcon that has Jabba aboard, that can drop 6 rigged cargo chutes.
That's ridiculous. All right, so we're checking range here from Asajj to Sai, and looks like we judged range 2. There was a little bit of a bump there. Alrighty, because of range 2, we got the whole 000 interaction, so we'll have a stress over there. I'm sorry, not 000, Asajj's ability. Here's the attack back. All right, Lieutenant Sai, let's go ahead and make sure, yep, that's correct. Just double checking all of our health here. It's taking 2. Fantastic.
I think are they cleaning up? I think they might just be.
Are they calling it?
I think they might be scooping.
Okay, they're scooping it. All righty, guys, let's do a giveaway. All right, so first I want to say thank you, all of you guys, for watching. This is super fun. Our next round, they said it's going to probably start about a half an hour, right? I guess half an hour from the end of the round.
40 minutes from now.
About 40 minutes from now. Johnny, let's get you in that shot a little more. There we go. I want to say thank you to our patrons. You guys are the #1 group of supporters who make the Gold Squadron podcast possible, all the travel we do, all of the events that we stream. Thank you guys. Thank you to our Twitch Prime subscribers. Literally free money, and that's what we're doing with these subs. We're doing we do X amount of subs in a game. Boom, we're giving stuff away. So that's tons of fun. And patrons, don't worry if that's the only thing you can do, because you guys get a lot more stuff, and I have some exclusive Gold Squadron Classic stuff for you guys. Stay tuned there. So we're giving away, we have the Gold Squadron Veteran Y-Wing here that we're giving away. It was a participation card for all of the players here. And we also have a hilarious card here that I absolutely love. And this is a Wampa TIE Fighter card. And it's kind of hard because of the glare to see what it is. There you go. So this is art that we were able to use with permission. It's hilarious. This is Wampa and the little TIE Fighter pilot, just kind of sad all by himself. So you'll be getting, the winners of this raffle are going to be getting one of these, one of those. We've also been handing out second edition IG-88Bs, Lorik, and IG-88C. So that 5-card set is going to go to the following people. All right, Johnny, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, pull up Twitch. Pulling up Twitch. Let me go ahead and open the other window because that's the one I need. So let's go ahead and pull up.
Podcast?
Sure, yeah. Let's go ahead and pull up. Thank you so much, Ron. We're going to pull up a list of our current users and viewers. I want to see if there's a way to check something before I... There is a way. I'm looking for our viewer list. I want to see everybody who is a... I used to be able to do that. All right, Johnny, tell me when to stop. I'm scrolling up and down.
All right, and stop.
All righty. So we got to try again. Can't do it. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
And stop.
Try again.
Stop.
All right. There we go. D. Zimmer, 127. You're going to be getting one of the sets. Let's go ahead and write that down. Send me a message on Facebook. Send me a message on Facebook so that we can get you that stuff. So that was D. Zimmer, S-I-M-M-E-R. What's the number? 127. You got set number 1 of 4.
Congratulations.
All right, let's go again.
Going again. And stop.
Oh, right. Nope. Oh, I had it right the first time. Jim Joe Bob, 1980. You got the next set of prizes. Jim Joe Bob. Next one. Here we go.
Stop.
All right. Genatos. You got it. G-E-N. How do you spell that? Genatos. Genatos, you got the third set. And last but not least, one more time, Johnny. Go, 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 go.
Stop.
Let's see. Ooh. Hold on, it looks weird. What happened? The Pie UK. There it is. UK. So those are our four. Counting is hard. We got our 4 winners of our card raffle for this time. You're going to be getting a 5-card set of all the cards that we're giving away here at the Gold Squadron Classic, and we got more stuff to come. We'll be here back in about 35 minutes now. We'll talk to you later.